Hey guys, Paul here. So I want to take you through Greg Maddux throwing a changeup because he had one of the best changeups, obviously probably in the history of baseball because, statistically, the greatest pitcher that ever pitched. So I want you to watch his changeup, especially here on this next clip. So this clip here is you're going to see he's going to throw a changeup that we talked about in the getting outs with a changeup that's going to start in the strike zone and end up outside of the strike zone. So I want you to watch here. I'm going to point out a few things that, number one, at no point do you see anything different here in his delivery, right? This looks, because you can see the hitter is not reading anything. He's reading that this pitch is, this looks like it's coming out fastball. He's given nothing here. Now this is a video, obviously we're not looking from the hitter's perspective, but we're not seeing anything here. And believe me, I look at tons of video of youth pitchers and we just don't see, usually it's very, very dramatic. So if there's anything here that Maddux has given this up as a changeup, it's very, very subtle. But I think you see with the hitter's reaction that he didn't give up anything. So we notice that the release point is the same as his fastball. Fastball body, fastball mechanics, fastball arm speed. Okay, changeup angle. Now, whoops, now watch. As this ball, see where this ball goes? Let's watch it in full speed and then we'll kind of back it up. Whoops. Let's go back here one more time. Let's just back it up. Okay, so look where that ball is. That ball, when this hitter starts to swing, is right here. I mean, this appears as it's going right to the catcher's glove, right down the middle. And if this ball stayed along this track, you could see this hitter is tracking that ball to that location. If that ball stayed on that track at that speed, that thing is gone, right? But let's see where it ends up. Look where it ends up. That's a ball. That's a ball. Look, the catcher went to his knees to catch that ball. So, which also leads me to believe that Maddux is also using perfect or in the dirt, right? And I think that ball might actually hit the dirt real quick. Let's see. Let's watch it again. It might have just hit the dirt real quick. But again, let's just go through it slow motion. That pitch now, right here, fastball plane. That is on the fastball plane. So this hitter is reading a pitch that's going to go right here. So what Maddux did is he threw that right in the strike zone. So he didn't try and manufacture the movement or force the movement. What he did is he threw that angle. He threw that 1/3 of the ball. He threw it as hard as he could right to the middle of that zone so it looked like a fastball. Then he let the angle produce the movement and the position on the ball, throwing the 1/3 with not being directly behind the ball. He let that produce the rotation and the change of speeds. Right? So he let the angle and the forearm, wrist, and hand angle produce the movement and the change of speed. So not being directly behind the center of the ball is going to make the ball obviously move slower. Anytime you get away from that, it's going to go slower. And now you're throwing the outside third, you're going to impart rotation on the ball, which is going to make it go down. And then, of course, see where that ball ends up. And it looks like it was pretty close to the ground. I mean, the catcher went down. Let's look at it one more time. Let's look at it in full speed. I mean, so that's a ball, right? This is a ball. So this is why your catchers have to get good. Your catcher's got to be able to catch this ball because if you can throw this, your catcher's going to block it, you can go ahead and throw it. If you're going to throw it with hesitation because you don't want to put it maybe close to the dirt or in the dirt because you're afraid your catcher's not going to block it, not a good situation, right? I mean, he just crushed that guy with this. Let's watch it one more time. And then we're going to look at one that's just over the plate. I mean, just unbelievable changeup. And to see how the ball moves, let's watch the movement one more time, just so you can see how that ball moves down into his arm, to Maddux's arm side. So it's arm side movement. Starts in the middle, bang, beautiful pitch. All right, there was another one, I think it was this one, where he goes, nope, it's the next one maybe. This is one where he goes like right over the plate with the changeup. So if you look at this one, see fastball, right? See where that pitch is? It started actually in on the hitter. Watch the hitter's reaction. He moved out of the way of the pitch. You see that? He kind of moved out of the way of the pitch. So Maddux let the movement, and that ball snuck right back over the plate. So that, watch the hitter. He moves out of the way, and that ball cuts right back. But here's the thing. Now look at the movement of that pitch. So we might say, well, how does he get that kind of movement? This movement here is no different than the movement of the last pitch, except this pitch went from here to here instead of from here to here. it's the same pitch, it's the same movement, it's the same arm side run, it's the same change of speeds. What he just did is, instead of throwing this as an out pitch, like an 0-2 or a two-strike pitch, which obviously that last one we looked at was, where he threw it here and it moved out where he expanded the plate, he threw that one up and just let it come in. But the movement pattern is still the same. He just changed the location of the pitch, and I think it's hilarious that a major league hitter moved out of the way of a changeup and it falls back over the plate for a strike. So that's just real simple of how you locate a changeup for a strike. So this pitch could be thrown 2-1, 2-0, 1-0, 3-1, 3-2, right? So this is like anytime a fastball is in order, you can now throw a changeup that's right over the plate. Simple as that. If this hitter was reading changeup, he'd have hit that ball. He'd have waited for that ball to come back over the plate and hit it. Professional hitter can do that. He was reading fastball, and that ball already came at him. He moved out of the way, and that sucker went right back over the plate. So, two great examples of how you can throw a changeup for a strike and a changeup for an out pitch in a two-strike or one-strike situation to get ahead. So Maddux, he's just one of the best that ever did it.